Good afternoon, Heat fans or Heat Nation. My name is Roy, and this is going to be my wordless half a penny. I'm going to break a little bit from the curiosity of today because I really haven't had any kind of time to plan whatsoever. Just like these videos, my wordless half a penny, part 15, WCF Game 4 edition, and all the others before. There's not much planning going into it. Still figuring out thumbnails, excuse me, and I'm still figuring out basically how to best present myself and my ideas. But regardless, I did want to make a video for every game, and I am not going to miss this one. We have the WCF Game 5 happening tonight. I think that the Timberwolves are a dangerous team. If they got one, I think they can get two. I would even go as far as saying that I predict they get two, but so far every one of my predictions fell short. I thought that Dallas was going to sweep the Timberwolves. That was my what I thought was going to happen the day of the game. That didn't happen. Cat finally went back and stepped up. And if they manage to get him back into that flow, they're going to make it hard on Dallas. But it's not like Dallas was blown out. It was a game that was down to the wire. So I hope that Dallas is motivated to get that WCF trophy at away, right, at enemy territory. I hope they do. Again, because I want the series to be fair. Now I want something to be clear, okay? I am not apologetic for Boston, okay? There are many reasons why I don't like Boston sports. Obviously, the rivalry is one of them. But Boston itself, I don't have anything against. I have friends who have things against, ideas that came from Boston. I don't. I know people from Boston, and they're not racist, and they're good people. That's not the issue at all. When Boston loses, I don't feel bad for them because this is exactly what the rivalry is supposed to be. But I don't think that Boston, even if Boston gets through the Mavericks, one game extra, let's say the Mavericks finally gentlemen sweep the Wolves tonight, which I hope happens because I just want the team to be fresh. Unless they go 3-3, then I want the Wolves to win because I think they're a better matchup, I guess. But right now, what I want is Dallas to go and win. With one extra game, it's still a fair game in the finals. But the road to the finals, to the Celtics, is always going to be considered a Mickey Mouse run for me. So it's never going to be admirable that they got to the finals. It needs to be recognized that if they defeat Dallas when both are equally rested, or at least similarly rested, that they have merit in the finals themselves, but not throughout the entire playoffs. Their playoff run was indeed a Mickey Mouse run. Dallas's was the opposite, right? If they get to the finals, if the Timberwolves get to the finals, which I think would be a miracle and would be the first time in 155 tries. By the way, that could be the trivia, right? How many times have teams gone down 0-3, and you know that that no team has ever come back from 0-3? 150 times, 55 times. So they would be the 155 one to get to that. If they get to that, their run was even crazier. So obviously, that doesn't really translate necessarily to the court, and that's what happened in the championships. I'm not saying that it's the Celtics' fault. But it's also, the Celtics have to understand that they are in a lose-lose situation. They have to win. They must win. If they don't win, not only is their run going to be called a Mickey Mouse run, but their season is going to be an entire bust because that was the focus. This is the season. They don't understand that this team is still young. They have time to get a ring, right? Luka Doncic also has time to get a ring. Kyrie wants one right now. Who knows? We'll see what happens. We don't know what's going to happen. It is a little bit unpredictable when it comes to East versus West, especially because the West was a much harder division conference this time around. But what I can tell you is that I'm rooting for Dallas. I don't want Boston to win. And yes, if Boston wins, they have the merit of winning the finals. But their championship is tainted. That's a lose-lose situation for them. Only their fans don't realize that, but pretty much everybody else does. So I think that's a settled situation in which we can certainly say F Boston and let's go Heat.